In the top right, we do have SHIN, formerly known as Ragnarok. In the bottom left, it is Solar, playing for Team Falcons. And so now, Team Falcons is the Saudi Arabian team, right? It's the Saudi Arabian Esports association that stands behind all of this, which is also the main sponsor, or basically the responsible association that is holding the Esports World Cup. So why would they keep StarCraft 2 players on their roster if they wouldn't try to get another trophy in StarCraft 2 on their hands for the Club Awards at Esports World Cup happening next year in 2025. So ladies and gentlemen, please rest assured there is most likely, this is a strong indicator, there's most likely going to be something happening next year again with StarCraft, leading to a global playoffs at the Esports World Championship in Saudi Arabia. Now, Extractor going down here, standard opening for SHIN, throwing down the hatchery, same for Solar. A little bit earlier on the Extractor actually. SHIN delaying his Extractor a little bit. Maybe did Solar just grab an early one? No. SHIN definitely delayed his one. He likes to play a little bit off branch, a little bit his own beat in those openings specifically. Let's have a new... I want to check. So queen cost of course is increased, hatchery cost is decreased, spine crawler build time and damage. The correct one? No, this is not the correct one. This is the correct one. There we go. So the queen cost is increased, the hatchery cost is reduced, spore crawler is buffed. So this makes Mutas even weaker. Because they have... Oh no, actually they have a health reduction. And they still should deal the same damage against biological. If I'm not mistaken, maybe they deal more damage. But yeah, it feels like just like... They already felt like freaking cannons against those Mutas, right? So it should be even better now. Especially against something like Corruptus or so. The Hydralisk, I really would love to see some of the Hydralisk. They have their new dash ability, but it is a researchable upgrade. They just don't have it at the start. You need to get that one. And the Infestor Shroud now is on the units. Oh no, on units leaving the Shroud. Okay, so it's a little bit different. So you have the Shroud still, and units going out of that Shroud will still have that buff, but just for a moment. Ultralisks now, of course, can push away units from your own units. Now we do have a lane attack here. Let's focus on the game here for a second. SHIN is coming in. Gonna try and snipe this hatchery. Do we have any defense? Doesn't seem that way. Roaches on the way here, but only a few to hold the natural, and he's just gonna give up this base. Gonna make an overload out of this egg. Very smart idea. Now maybe he can snipe one. No, he's not gonna snipe anything. And he needs to keep his base alive. He needs to keep this wall alive. He needs to reinforce the wall apparently. Quick cancel. Wasn't sure how much Ragnarok is gonna commit here. Solar did find that second base though, and there is no lair yet from our red Zerg player. So Solar going tech heavy, going into the roaches for the opening, and the Link Flood coming in here from his opponent SHIN there. With of course no Baneling Nest, note wording. So can he overwhelm some of these roaches? Maybe find a pickup. Quick morph into a Ravager. Only temporarily. I really like this one. Cancelling the Ravager now. Recognizing it does not really need one. And the Roach still did have a lot of health. She's just gonna let that one regen. Ah, the Changeling block to keep alive. The Overlord. So in ZVZ, do these changes do anything in ZVZ? I mean, literally the Ultralisk, kind of, and the Hydralisk, I guess. But we're not really getting there, so... Yeah, I don't know. The Hydra needs to be upgraded, right? Well, to get that dash. He should just get the dash with the speed upgrade. Shouldn't be a separate upgrade. We can now do like 3 upgrades for Hydralisk. Kind of weird. Now, hold the phone there. SHIN is pushing in. He has a ton of queens with him to try and transfuse his roaches. Of course, Overlord's dropping some creep to assist in that endeavor. Speed is about to finish here. For now, Solar can still run away, but he's again giving up that base on the right. If SHIN settles for that one. But he could just also push into the main base. For now it's gonna be the natural, of course. Which he's doing. And very successfully so. So the numbers are plummeting here for our Blue Zerg player. He's trying to evacuate now. He's actually trying to drill the drones. Fight a little bit, but that's a very desperate move against so many roaches here. GG is gonna be called, and SHIN is gonna take game number 1. Open the window here real quick to get some fresh air into the room. And actually the door, give me a second. There we go, airflow. Alrighty. Go, Whispers of the Goal is gonna be our next map. This map has a little bit of a flavor to it for ragdolls. Specifically units dying and those kind of things that are left over, corpses or whatever you want to call them, weapons and whatnot. They behave tiny bit like underwater, but not as much as an actual underwater map. They float a little bit until they actually disappear. It looks really cool. It actually looks like you're kind of out in space. This would be really cool if this would be actually a space map, but it's like on a planet, so it's kind of weird. SHIN being up 1-0 here in the top left, and at the bottom right we do have Solar. Needs to come back. Now, what are we gonna see this game? Another Link Flood? Certainly hope not. Would love to see something weird. Something with a new patch. Something with Hydralisk. Roach Hydra is a composition that's playable in this matchup. It transitions into Lurkus very nicely. Yeah, guys, easy. Let's go. Actually, I need to research what Team Ragnarok is on right now. Fight! Gaming Gladiators, apparently. It's a Canadian-based esports organization. So now we do have both players throwing down a lot of links here, but Baneling Nest for SHIN this time, and Roach Warren here for Solar. So SHIN is gonna have the tech advantage for now, until those roaches pop, but he'll have some Banes to help in his defense, and this has not been seen here by Solar yet. Now finally he sees those Banes for the first time. Should be already enough links with those Queens here to defend though, even without the Banelings finishing up. And this might have been just like Solar wanted it to go. Now his opponent is on Banelings, which is not the most useful tech against roaches. There's gonna be a 5 roaches being committed to right now, and Roach Run on the way here for SHIN in the back. Those Banes are of course not useless, and while they can still just clear out of the links, they can also be sniped by roaches. It comes down a little bit to execution here. Now Solar's droning, that's an interesting approach. He's making 4 drones here while he has so many roaches. This is kind of a fake push out. He's really heavily droning now. Throwing down a new gas. Now Ragnarok is just gonna go for a counterattack. He's gonna snipe this queen here, because he has the Banes to clear out those links. And he's gonna get at least 1 queen and 1 roach here. Beautiful stuff. And the army from Solo is actually just coming back, as you can see here in the top right. It's just proceeding to go back home here. Now this is gonna be defended, but already kind of outsmarted here a little bit. Very brilliant play here from SHIN to counterattack at the perfect time here. Now these Banes, man, if they do anything, being visible like this under that Overlord, I would be very surprised. So let's see what's gonna happen here. There's still no lair though, only roaches being made. And both players kind of refusing to go lair. We do have +1 missile attack on the way here though for SHIN. So the longer this kind of arms race goes, the better it will be for SHIN. And now Solar's making links, and Ragnarok sees this. He sees, hey, there's only 2 drones. There's only... You're hatching links right now. This is gonna be an attack. And yeah, he's just gonna make, I hope, a couple spines. Maybe even not, because he already has a big army. I mean, he's exactly the same army supply. He shouldn't fall for this. And he has Banes. Now he doesn't really have any Ravagers, but this is only 2 Ravagers. I don't think... I mean, now he's gonna bring in the Banelings. If those get sniped, not gonna be good. He needs to keep the Banes back a little bit. So this is gonna be a nice connection here on the right side. Those Banes, but it does look he has inferior numbers. Actually, he doesn't though, which is kind of weird. He's just making more and more roaches. He did lose 6 drones. So if Solar snipes enough drones, yeah, he's just going back to droning himself. He's making a lair. Oh, there we go. He's making an evolution chamber. Is that gonna be cancelled as well? No. So this +1 was cancelled. It was a little bit of a missed opportunity. SHIN was reading this well, though. He knew he needed any resource he could to allocate everything into a defense. But his potential advantage actually did not pay out the way he might have wanted it to be. Now, we also need to start that upgrade here for Solar. Is this a fake? He did cancel the lair after all. He's just not making anything out of this evolution chamber. He's making more and more units, and he's gonna go again. And this will be seen by this Overlord. No, he's trying to snipe this one with the 3 Ravager hit squad, and it stays alive. He sees like a fraction. Now, again, his vision. He did see those links here on the left side. And he still does not see this there. He finally sees this army here coming across the map. Now he needs to, again, build up everything into units. But that's what he has been doing, frankly. So, if he loses these roaches, though, it's gonna be a great snipe. They do not two-shot links yet. But in a moment, when this upgrade finishes, they will be so much better against those links. He needs more and more roaches though. Making links currently as well. Not sure if that's the correct call. He's going for a counterattack. Now he needs to hold this line here as well. And the +1 is about to finish here. If he can get that done, he's gonna have such a big advantage. But is he gonna have enough to hold this push though? He loses the base for now, so can he overwhelm this army? He's also gonna lose a lot of potential reinforcement, right? So it is a double-edged sword here, but this fight absurdly goes into the way of SHIN. Is he gonna be does he have enough though to keep on pushing with this? Because he does not have speed, of course, and he's open to those links right now. He didn't have roaches, he didn't have a wall, he didn't have roaches in a blocking position or anything. He's gonna lose more and more workers now. And this evolution chamber is finally being used. This is one of the weirdest low drone games I've seen in a long while here in ZVZ. Both players refusing to go up to lair attack. Lings and roaches are just such beautiful units. Of course, banelings as well. Now SHIN is just trying to push across the map. Gonna lose again another big set of drones, but yeah. Now he's really all in behind this. He needs to make this push work. He does have more units, if you ask me. 30 roaches against 15. Not all of them are here at the front though. Some of them are just rallying across the map, as you can see, and they're slow. So this is the potential here for Solar to hold. And he also has these Ravagers, forcing the reposition, adding some extra damage, getting the biles to connect even. Now, can he hold this push? It looks like maybe. It's gonna be a close maybe. SHIN should maybe focus that Roach Warren. So he cannot morph any more Ravagers. He's gonna go for the hatchery, it seems, but I think he's gonna lose now, because the counter push should just kill him, right? There's more economy here for Solar. Can he utilize it though? It's such a weird game. This is such a weird game to read. I wouldn't be confused if these players would be confused as well. But yeah, SHIN is just gonna GG. It's gonna lose the army as well. So Solar is gonna take the map number 2 here. Alright, ley lines is gonna be next map. So this one is interesting in ZVZ. It does have 4 rich gas maps, bases, but they are all blocked by a small patch of minerals, so you can't really just like grab it. You have to mine out those minerals before you can get to that gas. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to be utilized in a ZVZ. Because both players could take advantage of that one. We're looking at the 1-1 between SHIN in the bottom left and Solar in the top right. Now let's have a quick look at this. There's your rich Vespin geyser. And see these minerals kind of under that geyser? You have to mine those out before you can place the building here. Because this will block the building. Now both players should just take the normal natural expand for now. And that's exactly what they do. So yeah, let's wait and see how this is gonna pan out here in a moment. By the way guys, there is lava on this map. This is what Tasteless wanted. Imagine the map is lava. The floor is lava. Overlords passing by. So, queens, let's go. Couple links, couple queens on the way. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Both overlords being allocated to scouting here for both players. Just looking at this beautiful map, there's like an, I guess it's a, I don't know, a crater or something. It looks more like a crater than a volcano. Of course, we do have this lava here. And this weird purple thing. It's like a purple volcano. It could be a meteorite or asteroid crater or something like that. And then of course you have these patches of beautiful trees around the map. This looks like a very healthy environment. Okay, so Overlord being pushed back here by the Queen. Third base for both players on the way. Baneling Nest for both players on the way. Is this gonna be a standard ZVZ coming our way? Ladies and gentlemen, maybe no, because Solar seems to make a ton of links right now. And he's gonna turn on the aggression. Gonna see if he can find any damage across the map. Same time, Ragnarok, by SHIN, excuse me, Solar is in the blue, of course, here in the top, and is playing a little bit more defensive, making some links. He has the Baneless, he should make a defensive Baneling, there we go, and he makes a few more drones. Now, of course, this is not an all-in by SHIN, he's making drones himself now, and he just wants to see what he can find with those links. He likes to be aggressive, he likes to be in your face. He likes to put on the damage himself. Oh, that was definitely a misconnection here by that Baneling. Now, he needs to be careful though. He tries to snipe those Banes coming from the bottom there. Still has one Bane himself. If he can get that big connection. Now, Queen's pushing out very, very far. And they're not really sure what they want to shoot at. Shooting at the Overlord, then queued into the Bane. Oh, he gets the Baneling with that Ling. Definitely a little bit of a mistake there by Solar not having that on him. On a hold command there. Even hold position, if you attack it, it would attack back. Oh! That's what you want to do. He gets one. Now we're starting to see the roach phase coming in here. And the droning phase is beginning, apparently. 6 more drones for our red Zerg player. And Leia. The transition. Chapter 3, Transition. You grab a hatchery and you hit the L button. Also going into 4 gases now. Not 6, which is also Tel. So this telegraphs no mutalisks, most likely. On the other hand, Solar, what are you doing? He's just making units. He's really pumping out an army right now, and as you can see, already had in roaches here. 20 to 14 is not that big of a lead though, to be honest. And he's making some Ravagers now. And he has the first one out. I think he's gonna go to a couple Ravagers and then he's gonna start his push. That's kind of where he likes to be. A couple Ravager, not really more. Just a tiny bit to get some extra damage in. He needs to bring that Ravager with this army though. There we go. And the push is commencing. 2 spines. And the rest roaches. It feels like this army should be enough here for SHIN to hold. I mean, look at the numbers. We have 24 roaches against 19. Definitely ahead in that department. There's a lot of links though as well here for Solar. Can he break? Nice connection there, eating 7 drones and some links from the red Zerg player. Can SHIN hold this push? Spinecrawler already sitting at 7 kills there, the other one at 0 kills, dealing a ton of damage. Still though, drones are falling, and we are in the area where the blue Zerg player has done enough. He can just pull back. He can pull back, he can rinse and repeat, he can start to take up himself. He can just go back to droning. He is just making extra units, it seems. Man, if you sniped like a cluster of overlords like this would be great. I mean, there's a lot of free supply here for SHIN, so it doesn't really matter to him too much if he loses some overlords, but it's still money you don't want to reinvest. He did make one more spine. No, he did bring his spinecrawler here from the natural. A great choice. He needs to remake some banelings, in my opinion. There's still links. There's a lot of links. And banes are gonna be a quick counter. Now these wait to basically swoop in here from a flanking position. Starting to clear out some of the vision. But Overseer is gonna be more than enough to see what's going on here. Sees 4 drones on that third base, excuse me. One big advantage SHIN is gonna have though in a moment is gonna be the movement speed. So he can engage, disengage way faster than his opponent, and he can just close in. Now, again, I guess like a +1 would have been better, to be honest. And he doesn't have it. No Banes as well. He is starting to chew through those links, but again, the flank is coming in here. There's a lot of roaches though here for red, so blue needs to be careful. So they're coming in now, trying to hit that hatchery, but already in position. SHIN. Needs to be careful not to lose too many stray units to those biles. And we do see a transition. Drones for both players. Lair coming in. An evolution chamber and a spire here from SHIN. Yeah, Mutas. Let's go. Is Overseer gonna find everything? He still does not know about this lair. He does not know about the Evo chamber. He does not know about the extra drones. He's gonna see this one wobbling, and that's gonna be like, alright. You're upgrading something from there, right? Right here. Oh, this is interesting. Both players know on all gases. No, actually, the one with the spire is lacking the gases. He has 7 Muta stacked up, but I guess he's gonna be at 8 or something. This is gonna be found though. Is he gonna make those mutas even? They would be a great tool to completely dismantle this army. But only if this army commits, right? Now it's gonna fall back. He's gonna make a Hydralisk then, and let's see what upgrade he's gonna go for. Now, 9 Mutalisks. Overload speed here. 4 solar. Link's trying to find an angle, but not really getting the opportunity. Now there is these purple gases, remember, but you need to mine out these 150 mineral patches to utilize those. SHIN only making those initial 9 mutas, and now he's gonna queue up the upgrade, I guess. Gonna be ranged damage. And he's gonna go into a 4th base. Now what is he doing with these mutas? Oh, we have seen the Hydra range upgrade for now. Gonna get a few of these overlords. Gonna maybe cancel this base actually. Now, low numbers of Hydras, you need to be careful. You can definitely jump on this with the Mutalist. He's gonna lose 1 Muta, but he gets 2 Hydras. Maybe a little bit too many reinforcing Hydras there in the end. Again gets 1 Hydralisk here. A little bit sloppy from Solar, not stacking them up properly before engaging. Now he's gonna try to come in with these links, but gonna find a wall of roaches and is just gonna immediately run away. Now he realizes, wait, you have the map control. I actually need to run really far away with these things, or they're gonna get killed by the mutas. Now he's also running in with those roaches. Those links are completely gone from the map. Now a second group of links here in the south, trying to snipe anything they can. It's gonna find 1 drone and a little bit of friendly fire on that hatchery. Now we do see the speed upgrade. Is he gonna go for the dash? This one. Frenzy is called right now. Is he gonna go for that one? I don't think so. I don't think you really need it in this matchup. It doesn't really provide you that much. I wouldn't even see like dodging bias. I mean, you can kind of snap chase mutas, which could be cool, but yeah, he's not going for the upgrade, is he? Just going into a hive. On the other side, we don't see the hive yet. +2 missile on the way, a big attack. Lurk is already positioned here. Oh my god, Overseer is coming in so late. That much damage onto those roaches. He's gonna still snipe that hatchery, but if he gets trapped here, he's definitely gonna lose that fight because he already ate so much damage there. And again, Lurkers here positioning themselves beautifully. Fight with an army and try and snipe that cluster of roach ravager here. Now we do see a big swell of roaches being remaxed here from SHIN, and if he can get out this army, that's gonna be a good trade for him in the end. This was potentially catastrophical, but in the end it kind of works out here. Now finally the infestation pit coming online, lair, and then eventually hive should be the thing that we will see in a moment from our Red Zerg player as well. Still being a little bit pesky with those mutas, and he's gonna try and snipe this base here on the left side or on the bottom side. Now he's not gonna go for the assassination, he's gonna try and go inside the rally there and try to snap as many units as he can before finally turning onto that base. Now he is having some issues with those lurkers. Lurkers are there. They're not participating that much in this fight, but there's enough of the damage happening from those lurkers. Now though, we do see already. Oh wow, he needs to power that up with creep again. There we go. We need to see more production facilities for solar. Oh, he should definitely unroot that one. Gonna bleed out. He's gonna bleed out. Oh, there we go. He's so smart. Now SHIN is trying to stick to the mobile style. He's eventually gonna go ahead and grab his Lurker Den himself to be defensive most likely, and not to be outplayed in the late game. This composition is very Hydra heavy. You need to be a little bit careful here. He does not have the vision. This was all cleared. Now this is a great angle of attack here. Oh, SHIN again coming into that top base, and these rocks are not being taken care of. So now you have to push up the ramp yourself to defend your own base. That's a terrible position to be in a solar. He simply cannot walk up that ramp here without taking too much damage. Now, if he can get his lurkers into a little bit more of a strong position on the right, maybe he can push up that ramp, but he's gonna first lose that base again, and it feels like Ragnarok is slowly but surely outplaying Solar in the positional game here, bit by bit. Solar now is on this rich gas, which is nice for him. He still has these overlords powering up the lurker den, and if he can trap this army again, I said this so many times, if he can trap this army, but he can't. He does not have the mobility. Now this is a great lurker. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so much damage. Oh, this army is like down to half health. This is gonna be a base race though. Oh, I wonder. So we do have Lurker, Roach, Hydra, Ravager here for Solar, and on the other side it's mostly it's basically Roach Ravager. And there's no Burrow, so these units are already very low. If Solar can... Nah, he's just gonna GG. If he can get up enough Lurkers is what I wanted to say, but even those can get sniped by Baals. 2-1 for Ragnarok, yeah? Snowpiercer. Gonna be the next map. Pig. Wrong Platzer. There we go. Pig is the host. All right. There we go. A little bit of confusion there. Pig was almost ready to take on SHIN there, but SHIN realizing in the last second, there was actually a wrong player in the slot. Solar. And SHIN now. Snowpiercer is gonna be the map. In this best of 5, SHIN is up 2-1 currently. In the top right, it is SHIN. In the bottom left, it is Solar, and this map is windy, as you can see. There's a lot of wind blowing, and it is one direction. It's all the same direction. It's all going from bottom left to top right. All the wind. You can see there's a lot of wind going on. Here's a little bit of a weird map. By the way, guys, Flash is returning to pro gaming, so expect to see him in the next SSL season. Because he's most likely gonna be there again. So yeah, let's see what he can do. Apparently he lost like $1 million in this scam. He got scammed for $1 million, man. It's a crazy freaking insane amount of money. Man, that's so much money. All of his money was used to pay back other people. It's crazy. Crypto scams. That's a crazy story. If you want to hear the details there, you can look it up, I think, on Atosis and Tasteless channels on YouTube. They both have those. And there's like Jinjin, I think, who has this translated. There's an apology video from Flash. And yeah. You'll be able to find that and whatever happened there to him and what rumors were true and which were not. So yeah, let's see though how this is gonna turn out. First, SHIN. Already up to a 1 and looking to close this one out. Of course, he has been the aggressor in most of these games. And this has been working beautifully for him so far. We see an early bailing nest from Solar. SHIN opting to do the same. That's a snowy crane. And this map doesn't really have anything new. It's literally building on top of the same ideas maps have been building on for the past 6 years. And yeah, you can just name this Hecate or, I don't know, Side Delta or Archeon. I guess Archeon was a little bit of a non-standard map, which became one of the most played maps because it's just a good map. But yeah, this one doesn't really, it just brings a different visual effect with the snow stuff because we didn't have a snow map. Oh, getting and painting is nice, yeah. Roach Warren behind this. And a Roach Warren as well. So we do have the evolution chamber here for SHIN a little bit early. He could play a +1 timing. And we do say the Evo chamber now for Solar as well. No player really committing to too many links, as we can see here. That being said though, so far Solar has been kind of on the upper end there, a tiny bit. He's been producing a few less links and a few more drones and has been leveraging that advantage now. Already up to a 6 drone advantage here. Denying that scout. That's very interesting. If you're Solar right now, you're like, wait, what are you hiding? It can only be a lair, realistically. So yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if this was on purpose. Oh, Ragnarok. So he does not let the scout in, and then he cancels the lair in one of the last moments, which feels very weird to me. Maybe he wanted to cancel anything, a roach, anything. Now he's gonna roll with it. He needs more overlords. He's making those as well. And he's gonna reinforce with links. Now he's gonna have +1 range, not carapace. Which is an interesting approach if you're gonna go with the ling flood behind. He's making a lot of banes, but pretty sure... No, this is out of vision. Great spot. Very close, but out of vision here. Now roaches are running in here. Lings coming in as well. Banes from the north now, of course, they are seen. And the surprise is off. Now who's gonna win this fight? +1 is not done yet for Solar, so he's been trading considerably worse here the first few seconds of this engagement. And this might just be enough to turn the numbers into the favor of SHIN here, but with the defenses of the queens and the quicker reinforcement, it seems like there's just too much for Solar and he's gonna overwhelm. 2-2. Our star player from Team Falcon here. He's gonna make it look easy. Even though his upgrade was quite late. I think this was a mistake from SHIN cancelling the lair. I'm pretty sure it was a misclick, to be honest. Would love to hear his answer. So it was on purpose. That's where I wonder though why he did not let there any scout in. If he cancels the lair. Alrighty, now in this last map of this best of 5 here, in the bottom left we do have SHIN, and in the top right we do have Solar. We are on Amygdala, or Amy, and the map has a, well, interesting setup. To be honest, this is a closed off area in the middle, closed off with mineable minerals and the form of gold bases and a ton of rocks, which are of course destroyable, so you can open up the middle at any point. And the rest is pretty standard, but yeah, I like to see stuff like this, where the center is kind of a different beast in this map. So let's see how the players are gonna approach this one. So far so standard. No one is gonna go for a very quick hatchery close to the gold or anything like this, for example, or on top here, to get access to that gold and basically destroy the rocks, get a macro hatch basically on the correct location. It is tough. I'm not sure if you can jump a drone or something over to here. I don't think you can, because you need to make like a building for that to happen. You'd probably need like a drone here and have a, what is it called? A spore or something to root there, or being built there, and then you can jump a drone. Maybe. We need to test that one, but it's of course impossible with without creep, so there you go. Oh, by the way, these are all 1.2k, so it's still the same amount they would have if they would have the 18 and 9 patches, but it's just so they all mine out at the same time, most likely. So this all opens up at the same time, and it doesn't open up like a weird way where you open up 3 patches and then 3 more. I'd love to see it. Of course, these watchtowers are quite powerful here in these corners, because they will scout any attack coming from that direction. If you can, like, if you have both watchtowers and you have the middle is closed, then you can see any attacks coming in halfway, basically. It's a pretty powerful tool, actually. Now, third bases for both players. We do see the Baling Nest already coming down here for SHIN, and Solar already about to plant one down himself. Oh, it's an Evolution Chamber, actually. Baling Nest against Evolution Chamber. A little bit of a deviation. Is SHIN gonna be aggressive? so far is making more drones than Solar. Solar going for Carapace. No Bane Nest though. And there you go, Roach Warren. Okay, so it's most likely going to be the other way around. I'm expecting Solar to do a +1 Carapace push with a lot of Lings and a few Roaches to complement. And we'll see how this pans out. Now, an +1 ranged missile would definitely counteract this one, but not 100% because Lings still do survive one Baneling hit with a Carapace upgrade. It's gonna find a Baneling here. Pretty good. Carapace is not done yet. Oh, he gets an Overlord actually with that Queen. Which is gonna supply block SHIN here for quite a moment. Already making 4 Overlords. 5 Overlords even, wow. He's actually tying up 6 Overlords. He's tying up a lot of lava into Overlords. And this might be a crucial key point. So Solar is dancing very carefully with those Banelings. Of course, he has the vision from the Overlord here. Trying to snipe with a Ling, does not find the kill though. 37 drones, that's where it's at. This was a couple Lings, as you can see here. Detonate on those Baneling, get the detonation on the Baneling there. And we're only seconds away from Carapace, so this should be only Lings on the reinforcement. And this was a manual detonation, but it did not. That's basically, yeah, that's the one. That win goes to Solar. Now he has Carapace, and the Ling against Ling fight is gonna be terrible in favor of Solar. Ragnarok, can you hold this aggression? We're gonna see here. This is a far away map, so ideally what you want to do was with the early Lings open up these rocks so you can process this map way faster. Now let's have a look at the unit numbers. We do have 15 to 20 Roaches and 40 to 10 Lings. And of course those Lings do have Carapace. There are 2 Banelings. If they connect correctly... Oh my god, that's not correctly. Then this could swing very fast in Ragnarok's favor. +1 is about to finish, which makes those... I guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's gonna be good in the Roach vs Roach fights, but it doesn't matter for the Lings. The Lings are still gonna be 3-hit. And back to a lair and droning. Now, this looks good for SHIN. This was a solid defense. He's up drones. He is up tech. He's going up the lair. He has better Roaches right now with a +1 missile. Because they are better against the Lings. If he would make Lings of himself. Now he's gonna fake pressure and then turn around. He's gonna make more drones. He's gonna make more Overlords. And I think he wants to stabilize more on 3 base here and really get the macro going. He's up a lot of workers if you have a look at the numbers, man. It's crazy. He's gonna go for his gold base potentially here. I wouldn't mind him moving a few Ravagers to try and snipe those Overlords. A Spire. Oh. Again. Going for the Spire play here. Both players going for roach speed. Overseer is scouting out what's happening. Both players going for the gold base and a Spire from from Solar as well. Are we gonna see Muta against Muta? One of the very rare moments where both players actually don't know that the other one is going for Mutas. Both Spires have not been spotted yet. These Lings could get the scout though. And this would, yeah, this is a great scout. He sees the Spire, he knows now what's up. Let's see the reaction. He's still gonna keep on making the Spire. He's not making He's not making any Hydralisk then, or anything along those lines. That's a ton of roaches though. This might be a fake spy, yeah. That's 42 roaches. Okay, we still see 5 mutas. There's a low committal muta. Now, if Solar makes more mutas, he simply just wins the game. There's a lot more units though for SHIN. Oh, what? Yeah, Solar half actually matches this. So he has 32 roaches himself. It's not that big of roach numbers, but it's gonna be funny because there's gonna be more roaches and more mutas for Ragnarok. Now this is a good position behind the goal, denying that income here. And mutas are out. Now we do see +1 attack actually committing onto muta upgrades. I love to see it here. Muta battle in the last game of this best of 5. SHIN and Solar already at the front here for SHIN, but now the big reveal. Your opponent has been making mutas as well. But SHIN still has more. Nah, the numbers are very even now actually. So whenever that upgrade is gonna finish, that's gonna be the big turn. If we have a queen fighting with those mutas. Both players really committing to this muta race. And upgrade here coming in for SHIN as well, damage upgrade. And more mutalisks. So both players committing to this now. Denying these gases is crucial in this situation. A muta arm race, we need that extra gas. And denying that is very, very big plus point here for SHIN. And let's have a look at the muta number again. It's 19 against 19. It's dead even. And we're about to see that +1 here. About halfway done for Solar. Now he's trying to come in and commit to an attack here. Oh my god, that Spore Man is dealing freaking sniping those. 30 damage against biological, so it didn't change against biological, I'm pretty sure. A lot of mutas. Now who's gonna make the first infestor? 25 mutas against 25 mutas. We do have the first muta war commencing here. Both players uncertain how many mutas are there for their opponent. Solar though not as timid to engage. SHIN wants to make sure. He's trying to buy time for his ground force here in the north, but there's an equally big ground force here for Solar just holding down the defense. Now again, we do have the muta battle. +1 is already done here, but you can't fight in Spore range. Of course, Spores do have less HP now, and easier to snipe. 23 against 20, no, 29 against 26 meters. Carapace on the way. Solar has an edge currently, but it's about to disappear here in 3 seconds. And then he's gonna be in the disadvantage because he does have less numbers currently here at the front line with the Mutalist. If he commits to a fight now, oh, I think he just misread the situation a little bit. Also, the bouncing damage is not fully committed to those Mutas in the sky, and we see already numbers plummeting here for our Blue Zerg player. Should he have transitioned earlier into a Ravager, into a Infestor composition? It feels like the number is, answers yes! Because SHIN is just completely destroying this army here from Solar. 22 Mutas do still stand here for our Red Zerg player, and none is like those 4 reinforcing here for a Blue Zerg player. Now he has been already committing so much into the air fight, he can't pull out of it right now. He has already committed so much to the upgrades. He has been just losing his... I think this is over. Trying to hold this, but yeah. The Mutas are just overwhelming. And there we go. The snowball did happen for SHIN. SHIN is gonna take down the cup, is gonna win the prize. It's gonna be #1 here tonight. Thank you everybody so much for watching, tuning in. Thank you again, Dave, for the big raid. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to hit the follow button, hit the like button on YouTube and whatnot. Also, follow me on YouTube, down here, at MapuTV Gaming. And just hit the follow button there, hit it here, hit it everywhere. Every support is appreciated very much. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sticking with me.